DJ Mo, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. We're going to talk about the BMF Season 3, Episode 7. Last episode, another good episode this season. It had a lot going on this episode, for starters. We see that, Terry and Meech, they starting to grow into their own and, starting to figure out how to make these moves in their respective cities without each other. So that was pretty interesting to see what's going on with that. But, overall, it was a good episode. We see when it first kicked off that Coach Lip, he taught Meech some game, whether he realized it or not. Part of the reason Meech know a couple strategies, Coach Lip taught him without realizing. He was teaching him the game. So, that was pretty interesting to see. They show you never know what you may remember or learn and how it may apply in the future. So that was pretty interesting, as well, what they had with this episode. My damn computer just froze. Okay. All right. What is this? All right. It got hot in here. So anyway, we see that Coach Lip, taught Meech the game. We see Meech went to St. Louis, and it's showing that how, in a way, if you look at the way BMF kind of grew, it just happened like organically out of luck in a way. The reason Meech left Detroit, it wasn't necessarily to have this grand plan, but he moved and made the most of it. The reason he left Atlanta, it wasn't necessarily to have a grand plan, but he had the grand jury and other stuff on his back, so it caused him to make another move. And the whole time, he's kind of planting seeds and growing crew, and it just happened kind of organically. And it shows also why so many people had so much love and loyalty for him, because it seemed like wherever he went, whether it was Atlanta or now St. Louis, he already had people back. He ready to ride for him and get into some beef. And that's rare. A lot of people don't want to get into another man's, beef stew. You may get cooked. So, Meech, ready to jump in and have people backs. I could see how that created a lot of loyalty in that type of game, because that ain't something normally people want to do. The feds come knocking, or, hey, they ready to come popping. All you gonna get is a wish me luck, wish me love, or wish me luck, or whatever they say on the on the intro of the song of the episode. So, hey, that's about all you get. So to have somebody, they even said it, dude, you always trying to be Captain Save a Ninja. That's what Terry said. Dude, why you always trying to be Captain Save a Ninja? So that's very, very rare in the game, especially back then. I mean, well, it's probably even more rare now, the way people are disposable these days. So, a lot of that going on. But anyway, there was a lot of other things. What y'all think about Markeisha trying to be the bigger woman? So she gonna go to the woman's house? And I was like, first thing I thought was, how she know where she live? And I'm glad that LaWanda, I know he ain't tell you my address. Then she had that verb. Mama hold on, baby. Don't be rude. Don't throw it away. Hey, that was funny. So, it was a good episode. Had a couple little tidbits in it. I like what the mama, Lucille, had to say to Chuck. Hey, I'm in control of my life. I ain't no prize to be won, and y'all gonna decide who I be with. I'm gonna decide who I be with now. I'm gonna go and be with Dr. Feelgood tonight. Yeah, he gonna go ahead and take that temperature, get it all nice and hot and bothered. Then I let you get some leftovers. There's leftovers in the Frigidaire for you, Chuck. That's all. You get the leftovers with the foil. It ain't all the way pulled down on the sides. You get that. What up, Terry? First in the building with the comments. I appreciate it. Justin Shelton, what's up? Patty, what's good with you? Marquisha getting on your nerves. I know that's right. One Journey, what's up? How you doing, One Journey? Damian Kenny, what's up, my brother? Hey, you say I thought Marquisha was going to get stomped. I did too. I thought LaWanda and her mama was going to tag team her ass. So, hey, that was it. Oh, yeah, they did show that scene. They did show the scene where she saw the sales receipt for that station wagon in the kitchen right when Terry walked in. That's a good point, Patty. Good point. Yeah. So that's how she know. They did show that scene. It was a quick scene, though. So, you know. Cortland, you say Brian and Jen are trying to take down Henry. You think they can? I think what's going to happen is that Henry will get taken down. It may be by Brian or Jen, but I do think Jen going to get taken out. Jen going to end up, deceased. Jen ain't going to live. And then that's going to be one more thing for Bryant to hate Meech and Terry for, is that, he done lost his partner. He done lost the other, woman partner there based on him. He done lost his son. And I think all of that stuff just going to make that lip hang a little bit lower. And that ain't going to be good for Meech and Terry as far as having him blaming them for every damn thing. So we'll see how it turn out. Ill Woods, what's up, brother? How you doing? Damian Kenny, you say next season Charles going to be making it rain in ATL. Yes, that is true. We're going to have to see that happen because he eventually gave up and moved on. I guess maybe he messed it up and moved on, whatever the case. He does eventually live in ATL with Meech, so we will see what happens with that. One thing we saw this episode, though, that I did like is Terry is being strategic. He wasn't just having that young bull energy, which was everybody wanted to go at Henry after she barbecued their boy. And he like, look, the war ain't going to end up right. We can do this a better way. And so he even had that meeting with Blaze, said, hey, look here, you ain't part of the solution. You part of the problem. They pretty much got Henry in trouble in the sense that she ain't going to be able to pay her suppliers and people back because he flipped the whole table of her clientele over to him. And by the end of the episode, they said, that's it, we got them all. So she ain't got no customers, which means all the stuff she got, she ain't going to be able to pay back or going to be broke. Either way, that's one way to get it, because then you won't have no money to pay either your people or you won't have money to pay to get more stuff, and then they going to come back for you and they're going to handle you. So that's the one way he figured it out. Let them eat each other alive, pretty much. So it seemed like it's going to be pretty good strategy. We'll see if Blaze is ready to, capitulate to Terry's demands. We'll see. What's up with little what American Gangster wannabe trying to pitch old Satchmo? That dude look like CC Sabathia. What the hell? Hey man, that dude was not in high school. That little dude was big as hell. Talk about, I'm about to go pro. You is pro. Little CC Sabathia looking mother. Anyway, how they kidnapped this boy? You too damn big for kidnappings. They came and yoked his big ass up. They thought that he was about to have a little something. Put a little mustard on that baseball. Nah, they didn't went. So while Meech in St. Louis networking with his new plug JT, whose new partner he done linked up with, he see that JT little brother get kidnapped while they was at the park playing baseball, and his little brother is like 200 pounds, 6 foot tall. Anyway, while he out in the parking lot, he get kidnapped. They ended up finding out that it was some people that JT sold some work that really wasn't worth all that. So they want their money back and they weight or whatever. And he pretty much let his, feelings and emotions get the best of him. Told them, nah, I ain't paying you nothing. Which then, of course, that's going to escalate things. And, Meech trying to get him to calm down, but he ain't listening. And eventually, we see they done cut off a finger and put it in a box and sent it to him. His little brother finger. So, that right there, that was already too much for him. And it's just barely lucky, what I'm saying, that they eventually was able to get Shorty back. But I don't know, man. We'll see how it turn out with the little brother, because he heard when they said he ain't paying. So I don't know. That might put a little wedge between them two, but I doubt that's the focus of the story. Because when Meech got him straight, they said, we gonna give him that money and let him get out of here, away from this, so he can move on with his life. So, we'll see how it all turn out. Meech, he was rolling in the car with him, looking for him, ready for it. And he got a little shorty there, Slugger. Meech keep him a little shorty around. Now, yeah, she was cute and all, but her acting, not that I'm, looking to give people Academy Award or nothing, but it seemed like when she came on, it was just noticeable, and that's all. But anyway, she was alright. She looked like I don't know, is she gonna be Meech baby mama? I'm not sure. I don't know what they called her or where she was from. I never looked all into that aspect of the story, but I'm sure that would be interesting to be playing your father in a show, being with your mother about to have you. Anyway, that would be interesting to say the least. But anyway, we'll see how it all play out. But it seemed that him and Shorty starting to have a little bond, together. Speaking of people who bond is growing, we see Dr. Feelgood done left a little bouquet of flowers for Lucille. And Chuck found it. And then she come and she see it. Charles, you didn't. Yeah, well, I didn't. But that filet mignon, I hope you enjoyed it. I heard it's small. I heard it's small. But it's flavorful. She like, you read my letter? A man delivers flowers to the house I built with my own 2 hands. It don't look like you finished building it. You ain't painted the walls, the inside ain't done. What the hell, the house you built? No wonder it's falling apart. Did you go to school for that? Anyway, you talking about the house I built with my own 2 hands? Like, come on, Chuck. You forgot what you and Miss Mabel was doing? And she was quick to kind of, well, she didn't necessarily bring up Mabel, but she said, you worrying about this and that, but you been doing your own thing. And whenever you get some extra money, you buying music equipment. You buying me nothing. You talking about all them clothes up there ain't nothing. Anyway, he did have a point, and that money can't buy happiness, and that is very true, but she's not necessarily with him for the money, I don't think. I think Lucille is liking the doctor because he's showing her a lot of attention, and she already had feelings for him. I don't think if it would have just been a guy with money that she didn't know, I don't think she might have been that interested. But because of what they history and he's successful, I think that's just double the pleasure. That double the pleasure. That's all. So I don't think that's what it is. But, you know, when Doc was in that car, she said, you got me feeling like a schoolgirl. Ooh, I think the street lights came on. Ooh. He said, you know, we going to have to make a choice. What we doing? I'm just having fun. He like, yeah, well, he won't have fun all the time. But he had a good point. Hey, you didn't waited all this time. What's a little longer? So pretty soon, Chuck will be gone. And he can have all the fun he want. I hope it work out because, hey, it might be that he may be working long hours or something, and she'll be sitting there disappointed, or she might be thinking he with nurses or something. Who knows? You never know how things work out. She had another good point in that conversation right there between them two. They had some good points. And she was like, yeah, you know, money can't buy you happiness. You know, his grass ain't greener. And she said, yeah, well, the grass is green where you water it. Oh, she coming with them bars. She came with them bars. You ain't been watering this grass or fertilizing it or nothing. You ain't used that mulching more and went down and mulched on the lawn or none of that. You ain't mulched it and mowed it or none of that. So, no, this grass ain't green. It's getting dry. Yep, it's dry. It's brown, like in California. Uh-huh. That's thanks to you, because you didn't take care of it. You should have hit up that True Green Kim Lawn or somebody. The doctor can pay those guys to make sure this lawn is fertilized. And all kind of little bikini lines and stuff is all well manicured. The backyard and the front yard. Say, I'm going to decide who get to trim these bushes and mow this lawn and get that mulching mower down there. Huh? Hey, that shut him up real quick. He was like, he was about to say something. They let that Charles' lip be like turned at an angle. He know he done messed up, but he be doing it. So anyway, that was pretty funny. I like that when she shut him down. He ain't know what to say. What's up? What's up? I see a couple of y'all with the comments. What's up, Plush Box streaming on Twitch? What's good with you? Appreciate you for coming in. Appreciate you. You say Dr. Feelgood Maurice showing Lucille a lifestyle she curious about. Yeah, that's true. Maybe a lifestyle of what? Love? But she used to have love. She did say, I got, you know, together with Charles so young and kids, I never really had to time for myself pretty much. And I noticed some people that had kids at a young age, they kind of feel that way as they get older and things. So, you know, it's kind of unfortunate that she, in a way, resent what kind of happened in her life, having kids so young, you know. B, what's good with you? How you doing? One Journey, you say, how is your journey? I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. Plus Box streaming, you say you got banned from a stream for being like Metro. Didn't mix good. Dang. That ain't good. You all good. So, we see Braxton meeting Terry. What y'all think? Braxton gonna let Terry and the crew cut off Henry's supply? I guess he don't really have an option or a choice. I mean, they already did it, and hey, like he said, you ain't part of the solution, you part of the problem. You say you don't agree with her methods, but you allowing her methods to bring you down. And also, we learn this episode that he's no longer a police officer. He used to be narcotics officer, and no longer is he, but he is got some, political connections, as well as the chief over there that put Jen on suspension and fired Bryant may be on the take, may be on the payroll, which, hey, that ain't going to make it easier for her to get her job back. And I think Jen is pretty much made it up that, hey, I'm going out at least doing something right. And I don't think she even want to be a cop anymore. I just think that she got that guilt on her conscience of her partner getting killed. And when she was talking with her dad, she was saying she loved her. That was her sister. And so, I think that's what it all, is about with her. So, what y'all think about the moms in St. Louis? When they sent that finger in the box, she was like, oh, no, you find them and you gonna kill them. You kill them and you take them out. I'm like, damn, Mom. She like, okay, come here, miss. Let's go on and sit down. She was not playing. Anyway, we'll see how it all turn out, for Shorty. I doubt we see him in the major leagues, but anyway. We see that Meech came up with a plan to get his, CC Sabathia back, get the big unit back. And so he told dude, look, if they tripping on the weight and stuff, I got that pure weight. We need to say whatever need to be done so we can, get your brother back. And so, Meech, he hit up Terry like, hey, I'm trying to put on that concert. I'm going to need 1,000 concert tickets. Well, they keep up with a new line of lingo straight up. And what's interesting is when they were doing this, so at this point in time, the way that they talk on the phone, it's no taps on their phone. Ain't no feds listening or any of that. And they are very careful and are way ahead of the curve. So it's just interesting to see that if you know the end of the story, they went down from talking on the phone. You could say mainly Terry talking on the phone, saying too much or whatever. Whatever the case, they are very good at not saying stuff on the phone. So it's just messed up that that's what really brought them down. You didn't stick to what worked. Now, a lot of people that know the story will say, well, Terry was talking because Meech was doing too much. And Meech wasn't doing too much. Terry wouldn't have been complaining. But, who's to say which was what? Anyway, we'll see how it all turns out. Terry, man, one scene that was interesting to me is when Terry came to go see his kid, the new baby. Boy, he forgot he got 2 babies by her, but he like, I just want to come see my kids. And his mama was there trying to have his back, but then Luana mama trying to have her back. And it got to a point where Lucille couldn't really say much because she knew he was wrong. And then the pot calling the kettle black, talking about you need to do right, and that ain't your family, and you ain't this and that. And he like, yeah, well, look who talking. Dr. Maurice ain't our family, and you out doing this and that too. Well, you need to stay out of my business. She said, you just like your daddy. Well, look who talking. Oh. And they all hating on Markeisha. But this the thing, man. In any relationship, you can never hate on the other person because, they ain't make the agreement or they didn't make the wedding vows or relationship or agreement with the person. Yeah, you could hope that they the type of person that if, they wouldn't want to do something like that to somebody that they wouldn't want it done to them. But everybody don't think that way. So, unfortunately. And, Patty, you say LaWanda mama is thirsty. You ain't lying, boy. She saw that keys to the truck. She was out. Conversation over. You about to throw away that fur. Wait a minute. Hold on now. You're going too far. Well, hold on. Don't take the gift. Let me see what the gift got first. Let's see. Don't be rude. Keep the gift, then throw her out. That's how you do it, girl. You're letting your pride get too much. And you threw that fur out on the street. Is you crazy? We could at least sold it. So, that was funny. Luana Mama, I guess, all these shows and things, got to throw a little joke comedy in there every now and then, and it's always interesting to see where it comes and stuff like this. So that was funny that Mama wasn't playing. She wasn't about to give nothing back. So, but hey, I don't know what's up with Lucille, and I don't know. She's confused. She let Charles' mistakes really get to her. I'm not saying that would be something that it wouldn't get to anybody. I just think that she doesn't know exactly what she wants yet, and she kind of caught in between Charles and old boy and the kids and everybody seeing it, but she saying one thing but living another way. So I don't know how that's going to turn out for her. I hope she don't end up without either one. That would be sad. So we'll see how it turn out. We see that Meech, his little plan to get Big Boy back, the baseball player, worked because he ended up making sure when he saw that. See, Meech always think outside the box, and when they ended up finding out where those dudes was, he saw that Chinese food boxes, so he figured that's where they getting some Chinese food, which I would have thought they was getting it delivered, especially back in the day. Pizza and Chinese food is like the only things you could have got delivered back then. But anyway, they end up following the dudes, and he said, "Hey, it's an eye for an eye." Stab dude hand on the damn car. Now I don't know why dude was acting like he didn't have to say nothing or like he was gonna get away with that. Dude was tripping. But anyway, Meech caught up with him, and they was able to get Big Boy back. And some of this stuff, I don't know if you didn't know a lot of this stuff happened, it would seem like everything falls in line for dude. But hey, it was at first until it wasn't, Now, one thing we did see that I liked in this episode was Nikki. They show her with the little box cutter going to work. Going to school. It was in her book bag, and she forgot, went through the metal detector, and they ended up taking her, I guess, to the police station. And so first thing that happened when she come, the parents come, and they talking to her, and they like, "I thought we talked about this. You can't be taking my tools." Worried about his tools instead of his daughter. But she like, "No, we didn't talk about it. I tried to, and y'all sent me to my room." And she had a good point. Y'all ain't never watched nobody die right in front of you, but y'all keep making it seem like it ain't nothing. And that's the thing is, and I don't know how this works or not, but I do know that therapy wasn't available for most young black folks, especially in the 80s and 90s. A little bit of water. So, and even if it may have been available, they probably were not aware. And so I don't know, but she definitely needed some type of help, some type of therapy. And Lucille and Chuck don't know what to say or do. And you would think, I know if I was her father and a boy she was walking home from school with was killed right next to her, in front of her, because the person was trying to kidnap her, I would drive her to school and pick her up from school every day. That's what I would have to do. Or figure out some way for that to be done. She would not be walking to school no more. So, I don't know, man. Maybe that would have been overprotective. But at least for the first year or so, it's like she was right back walking to school and catching the bus the next day or so, the next week. So, that's messed up. Poor Darius. And look like this next dude might be in trouble too. Because if he don't get killed by the streets, Chuck gonna kill his ass, sneaking into his kitchen to kiss on her, talking about, I just care about you. Yeah, right. You care about getting that first little pee-pee, first little piece of that little poontang. That's what he's caring about. Trying to get in the little Nicky. This dude, boy, sneaking in the back of Chuck's door. You ain't see what happened what Chuck did to the last man that came through the front door with a key and groceries. So come back here with a little hard wee for my daughter. Oh, well, we about to see what's about to happen with that. She gonna be like, first he got my first boyfriend, he got killed on the streets, then my daddy killed the second one. Straight up. What's up? And what's up, Miss Jocelyn? You say, I like how Meech ran his organization, and I see how he was successful. He was always on business, and Terry don't need to be with either woman, especially LaWanda's voodoo, and Markeisha can't be trusted. Markeisha made me mad this episode when she went to the bar and tried to get him to fight, get jealous. He loved me. He gonna fight for my man. He gonna fight for me. He ain't fighting for LaWanda. Queen Brielle, yeah, shout out to Lil Nikki on the show. I did see on Instagram that she just pledged a sorority at Howard. So, congrats, Lil Mama. So, but yeah, not LaWanda, Markeisha, when she left, gonna get pulled over. Who was that old wannabe Blair Underwood looking? Dude looked familiar from something. I don't know who he was, but he definitely looked familiar. But I've seen him in something. But Vince McMahon, she was ready to have a little WrestleMania up in the bar. Vince McMahon and Terry, I don't know if y'all know that, but Hulk Hogan's name is Terry. Terry Hogan. Nah, but she talking about some, ooh, I feel so wet looking at you. Get jealous. Feel it. He like, ooh. Hey, that might have made the little argument smooth over. Smooth as a baby seal. But I think that she created a problem for Terry with that Vince situation, because now you're going to have a beef with a cop that's going to have a possible vendetta against you over a female that, she manipulated him just to make him jealous. She probably don't even really want him. Not that he ain't, a good looking guy or whatever, but her lifestyle, it can't be maintained on a cop's salary. So, I don't know. And that place that they live, where Terry got them staying, is very, very nice. So, I don't know about that. What's up, man? Before I get to my review, my MOORESCORE for the episode, what's up with Chin and the Lip? Y'all think they're going to actually take down Henry? Because I keep saying Chin. Jen put on the blonde wig. She looked like a little Asian surprise. My little Asian butterfly. Oh, I never seen no like you. I never seen no like you. Hey. Bet on black. Yeah, I like Chinese food. Ah. She said, I never seen another like you. Oh, I want to play. Oh. What is the name of this? I keep trying to remember the name. Madam Butterfly. Ooh. A geisha. But hey, you a geisha? Me too. Henry a geisha. Gay? Sure. They call, female lesbians. Gay? Nah. No, but I don't see one thing, all jokes aside, when she was holding her wrist and she was like, ooh, and she looked, what did she see on her wrist? Did Jen used to cut her wrist? Or I thought she cut herself or something. I thought I saw that in an episode. She used to cut herself or do something. Or was that a tattoo or what? But it seemed like that might be a problem when she saw that. I don't know. Oh, let me open your fortune cookie. Yeah. Miles Davis want to crack that cookie. Uh-huh. Why don't you come back to my room? She sound like the Yin Yang twins. Miles Davis, gonna get in that, gonna get in that, gonna get in that, Got to do like this. This is supposed to be my gold teeth. Hey, and my gold teeth, look. Miles Davis gonna get all that. Yeah, Miles Davis gonna get that. Mm-hmm. I love a little duck sauce. Sweet and sour. Miles Davis. You wanna play? Bet on black. Oh, she burned herself. Okay. Lighter burn scar. Shout out to Justin Shelton. That's why I like doing this live. My memory, I'm noticing my memory, I might have too much going on lately. So, I might be running out of hard drive space. I knew I saw something over there. I didn't know if she was doing like Frank Dukes. Broke the brick. And then Henry saw like, oh, you break a brick. Oh, okay. Oh, you break a brick. I want you to train my security force. They gonna be the baddest in the city. Hey, here go a joke. See, I be testing some of my jokes on y'all live. Here go one. So he saw, hey, ooh, you can break bricks. Okay, I can catch the bullets with my teeth. That's why they go catching bullets with your teeth. That's Last Dragon, for those that don't know. Anyway, we'll see how it works out. I think that Jen, even if Jen does take down, Henry, I don't see Jen possibly making it out of this alive. And that's just going to be something else that's going to end up bothering Bryant. And the reason I don't think that she'll make it out alive is that when he was talking to her at the bar and she had on the blonde wig, he like, ooh, that look good. Now he said, break the bottom brick. Brick don't hit the back. Nah, he said, this is what made me think that she ain't gonna make it. He said, next time, wait for me. And they kind of made that very clear. So, how much y'all want to bet? If it ain't the next time, it's the time after next. Time after time that she ain't gonna wait. And that's gonna be it. And then he gonna be like, she should have waited. I would have saved her. I saved her before. I save her again. The bruiser can save those that need saving when the saving is available. Bruiser would never lose another. The bruiser will never be a loser again. Anyway, she said, he said, You can't take Henry down by going by the book. Well, then we write a new book. Oh, okay. That book ain't gonna sell. That ain't no bestseller. They may only get one copy made of that book, and I don't know who gonna buy that. It might be a book about the size of a damn funeral obituary, 2 pages. So I don't know. We will see. All right, let's see. Look like Meech got him a little Louisville Slugger. Louisville Slugger. St. Louisville. St. Louisville Slugger. We'll see how it turned out. Alright. Let's see. Dame Kenny, you say Henry probably will get caught on and end Jen. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see that looking too good for Jen. Going deep cover. She don't have any type of police protection. By herself, small, and in a situation she not familiar with. She ain't been in the underworld or the hood. And she stands out. They gonna start saying, who is this blonde Asian coming through? And the way Henry get down, Henry been and hit that and then blew her head off. So she better stop playing with it. Especially Henry get that big old strap thing hanging. Pull that blonde wig off. You trick me. I don't like no trick. Bob David don't play that tune. That's one tune Miles Davis don't play. The tricky tune. No, so we'll see. Anyway, let me go ahead and give it my rating. My MOORESCORE rating for this episode. All right. Now, for those that's new, the MOORESCORE, my rating system, just 4 simple categories, 25 points each, and it give you a score of 100. You can always drop one of the decimals and get a score of 1 to 10. Let's say the visual cinematography, as always, it looks like a show in the 90s or whatever, and that's done on purpose. As far as cinematography and visuals, one thing I did like, and I thought was a cool little visual, but I don't know, but I like how when Meech was meeting with his boy, the PA boys, they both got Benz's. Meech rolling in the 500 SL. That's the big boy right there. He's like, come on, get in. You got the Michigan tags. We hop in. He's like, I flipped mine. He say, hey, where we go for spring training? Ha! I like that. Meech always was a thinker. I like that. Anyway, overall, they didn't have too much, out of the ordinary of how they normally present the show, but that's a good way. So I'll give it a 21 out of 25. Storyline and plot. I like the storyline. I like how it moved the show along some. It looked like we're going to see what's going to happen with Henry. I like that it's showing that it's not so cut and dry and easy for Lucille to make that choice. And we seeing Nikki, what she going through and everything. I like this episode overall. Meech show how he's setting up shop, although if this wasn't a true story, I would think, man, he always got all the answers. But we know how it ends, so he don't always have all the answers. Anyway, I would give it a 22 for this episode out of 25. And let's see, special effect, makeup, costumes. Not too much special effects. The costumes and stuff, everybody look to the period, the cars and all that. I'm going to give it a 20 out of 25. And then last, entertainment, fun factor. Did I enjoy this episode? I did. It didn't have any of the Henry theatrics, which even Braxton admitted, Henry's theatrics can be a bit much. Yeah. This barbecue, I don't know why dude just stood there and watched somebody with a damn fuel tank. I would have been running between cars, running all over, and you'd have been trying to run with this big old backpack of fuel, chasing me down the thing. He could have shot her. He could have did, I don't know. Anyway, your ass gonna chase me with that big old thing. I'm telling you, you'd have been out of breath. So, overall, I give it a 22 for the entertaining fun factor, which give it a total of 85 for the MOORESCORE. So that's like a 8.5 on a 8.5 out of 10. Or, you know, if some people felt it was an 8, I could see, you know, your reasoning behind that, which is a solid B. In my book, I wrote my own book, ABC. In the book. Anyway, I liked it. It was good. It's not nothing that you could really complain about. You couldn't say it was the greatest episode of all time, but it was good. It's keeping the show going. I'm still into it and ready to see how the rest of the story play out. So, you know, let's see what y'all got in here. Let's see. Cortland. Yeah, people were saying that Henry would have to chase them because they'd be running. For sure. Who would stand there with a big old tank of gas and a flamethrower and I'm going to watch you? Hey. Man, you'd have been running all over the place. Now, a flamethrower does have a certain amount of reach, but it ain't that easy to just shoot. It's very difficult to get a moving target. Let's put it that way. So you stand there. Whew. Even if you'd have zapped me, I don't see how I could have stood still after you hit me. I'd have been running, stop, drop, roll. I just couldn't have stood still. I just don't see myself be able to just sit there and take it. Maybe I'm just weak. Or too smart to sit there and take it, but I wouldn't have sat there and take it. Damian Kenny, you came up with an 85 also. That's what's up. Terry, you say dude knew he was busted by Henry. He stood there like a GUMP, a Gump. Hey man, I don't care what you may have on me, or you know you got me dead to rights. I'ma run. You know what's another thing that I've always wondered about, and thank God I've never been in this situation, and I hope I never am. I think most people hope that. But I have seen enough shows to know that this has happened before. I wouldn't say shows, I'll say documentaries. But we've all seen or heard of somebody made to dig their own grave, and then they shoot them, and then they fall in the grave. Or, you know, you're going to make me drive you to where you about to kill me. But I know this, though. Or, you know, people will be driving, and they'll have a gun to their back, and they'll be like, go over here and go to this secluded place and do this and do that. And then they go and follow all these instructions, and then they kill them in the woods. Like, man, forget it. You about to do this. I'm about to crash this car off the road. You're going to have to drag me or shoot me and catch the... You're going to have to work for your kill. I'm not going to dig my own grave. You dig it. Or I'm just going to live. I'm not going to walk and go over here. You drag me. I don't know. It's not that simple, of course. And I'm sure it's a terrifying situation to be in. You're probably hoping, if I do this, if I do that, maybe they'll let me go. Maybe they let me go. And then so many times it doesn't happen that way. So, I don't know, man. I pray that Lord, please don't ever let me be in that situation. But if I am, I hope that I pray that I'm able to have some type of resistance and hopefully avoid being in them situations. Which is why I never wanted to be Big Meech. Because I guess, you know, sometimes you can see some stuff and be real close to some stuff, and you know that the flames is hot. You can go to a campfire. You ain't got to sit right in the fire to know it's hot. You get close enough, you can feel that glow and know, oh, yeah, I'm good. And so, I seen enough and heard enough and been around enough to know that ain't for me. So the risk is not worth the reward. You could be rich and have all these things, or you could be dead or in jail or all kind of stuff. So, whew. That's one thing I like about this show, is that it doesn't just show the good side of this life. And a lot of things that's out there, for example, today, maybe with music or other media, they only talk about maybe the fun or the good side of some stuff. And so maybe some people don't realize, younger people, that there's a lot of other things that go with these things, and it could be very negative. So, you can see a lot of stuff happening, with these people, from Terry talking about Lamar got the bag on his hip. These people got bag on their hip. People getting killed. It's just so much happening. People, children. It's just like, this is not the life to choose. And if people today see this and be like, I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover. If it ain't just the song or the joke, then I don't know, man. You're missing the point of these shows. I don't see them as glorified. They're telling a story, but they're keeping it real in the sense of showing the good and the bad, not just showing a positive side only. Now, I don't know, keeping it real is in how much accurate every single thing on all these shows are, but, hey, even with Lil Tariq and his show, even everything don't go all right for him, although he has had a lot go right, but not everything. So, anyway, what y'all think about this episode? What would you rate it? You let me know in the comments below. And, I will be back with another episode. Talk about this, BMF episode 7. I like it. It's almost over. Damn, it's moving fast, ain't it? And, the end of this episode, we see Meech back at the Platinum Palace. So, I don't know. Meech is like really trying to connect and move things and make big moves. So, I'm interested to see how it all play out. Definitely. And I'll be here for the rest of the season for sure. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this Power Book 2 Ghost concludes as well. So, anyway, get up out of here. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Shout out to everybody in the chat for all the great comments and support. I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Have a good night. Deuces.